Good evening, everybody. This is your boy GC3, and I'm in the place to be. Jacked in the Fool with episode number 34. I got some special guests here in the building, in the studio. First, I want to bring on my co-host. This guy is actually named after a legendary football coach. So, without further ado, here's my guy, Coach Vincent Lombardi. What's going on,
George,
Coach?
how are you? Thank you for having me on again. This episode I've been looking forward to for a long time. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let you announce the guests, but these two young ladies are phenomenal athletes in Tucson. So I was really looking forward to getting them on, learning more about them, talking about them a little bit, and doing some more stuff like this.
Absolutely. No, I'm doing great. I mean, it's again, I always tell everybody it's GC3 and I'm in the place to be just so I can say I'm relevant, I guess. But anyways, glad to have you on the show. You know what? Let's give our viewers. I got a little bit of a teaser to see who's on, so let me hit this real quick. Man, for those who don't know, we're about to put the state on notice tonight. Coach, who is that? Who's our first special guest?
So our first guest is 2027 out of Ironwood Ridge High School, Jaidyn Saucedo. She was the 5A Southern Offensive Player of the Year as a freshman. So without further ado, Jaidyn Saucedo.
Jaidyn, what up?
Hi. How are you
My
doing?
goodness, all I got to say watching that tape was, man, smooth.
Thank
Smooth
you.
with the finishing. Like, man, attacking the passing lane, snagging steals, going downhill, finishing. Your game's real smooth. I really like your game. I really do.
Thank you.
So how was
So
your season this season? I mean, I know, it ended back in February. Now you're transitioning, we're going right into club ball. So where are you playing club ball at?
I play for Savvy National up in Phoenix.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. They're doing one of the independent clubs, and I was watching some of their younger teams a couple weekends ago at the Queens of the City event in Phoenix. And no, just super cool. I like the uniforms. And so what do you know what Savvy stands for? Like you know, is there
Um,
does it stand for anything?
I know that there's a meaning, but I don't necessarily remember it.
Oh, that's all
you're in
good.
trouble. You're in trouble now, Jaidyn.
No, so what goes through your mind? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that I know it means something good.
Okay. So what goes through your mind, when you lace them up before the game? I mean, because when you're on the court, I mean, you look like the Tasmanian devil, but smooth, like Lola Bunny, though. Finish. What goes through your mind?
I mean, I try honestly to listen to hype music before the game just to
Okay.
get me in the zone, I guess. And it just my game is very aggressive. So I
Yes.
feel like having music just unleashes my aggression onto the court in the best possible way.
Well, and I can relate to you because when I was playing high school, like the school I went to out in Hawaii, we were spoiled. We had like this like 7 foot lockers, like I could fit in there. But so what I did was I stole my dad's like receiver, and I put like a conversion for my little CD player, my little Walkman, because I'm old. I didn't have the MP3 or on my phone, and then I had this big like home stereo unit in my locker, and my teammates used to think I was nuts because I'd be like playing some like super aggressive hip hop, like we listen to DMX, and you could hear my stereo system like outside the locker room, even when it's all closed up. They're just like, "Are you deaf?" And I just be in the zone, be like, "Nah, well, you want like," I'd be like, "What?" Be all aggressive and stuff. So it's super fun. I can relate to it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So we got you registered for the Fab 100. Again, appreciate your support. I'm super excited to have you. I know it's going to be a treat for all of the student athletes participating. What does your college recruiting look like right now?
As of right now, I got invited to a few camps over the summer, one including Yale that I'm pretty sure I might attend in July.
Nice.
But as of offers, I have none. But I'm still young, so hopefully along the way.
Well, definitely. My event, we have 12 or 13, I think it's 12 schools right as of right now that are RSVP to attend. So, you know, again, what I always recommend for student athletes, the hardest offer you're ever going to get is your first offer. Once you get your first offer, it doesn't matter what level it is, then people are going to be like, okay, she got offered. Whoa, what's going on? Like now, we're going to, have to pay attention because somebody pulled the trigger and offered. So, that's the hardest thing to get is your first offer, and then once you get it, it's boom. I mean, Coach Lombardi can attest to that testament because we experienced it about 2 years ago, right, Coach?
Yes, and Jaden's still young, so a lot of her career still ahead of her. But yeah, just what you said, we went through that a couple years ago. It generally, I've been putting on some of your posts and tagging it on the bottom line. Exposure is the key. Getting exposure. So the Fab 100 for Jaden and Bella is going to be big exposure for them, along with their club seasons, and that generates interest, and then interest generates offers. So if you're at the starting point right now, and unfortunately with the transfer portal being as big as it is these days, um, colleges are really focusing on the transfer portal right now. But a little bit later in the spring, early in the summer is when the colleges are going to start probably hitting the high school levels and club a little bit harder. So offers could start falling. But Jaden, I wanted to ask you while we have you on. So when I went out to see you, I didn't know a whole lot about you. I did see you at the last showcase event right before the season. And then when I went and seen you play, you guys were playing Canyon View, who ended up being the 5A state champions. What I noticed about your game, Jaden, is you're very poised. You're under control. You have to show a really high maturity level for a freshman, especially playing against like Canyon View was loaded with stars. What do you attribute that to?
Like what do you
Where
mean?
where did your game mature like that? Where'd you get poised like that? Have you been playing club for a long time? Is it something that comes natural to you?
Yeah, I feel like I've had enough coaches in my life where they just try and teach me to be as under control as I can be and not show a lot of emotion in my game because emotion can contribute to how you play a lot. So I just try to keep calm and just let the game go on as much as I can.
Yeah, you that definitely stood out to me, and then like George noticed right away on your highlight video, your ability to drive it to the basket. You're very smooth on that. So what are some things that you're looking to do in the off season? So you had your freshman year under your belt. You know, Ironwood had a decent season. You know, what are you looking for, you know, towards next year? What are you working to improve on?
Right now, I'm just looking to really get my speed ability up so I can play more aggressive defense, because I feel like I was really lacking defense this year. But also my shooting, because I'm not really much of a sharpshooter. So I really want to work on that in the off season so I can contribute that into my game for next season.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's good, again, from my college coaches watching this, normally it's hard for athletes to recognize and identify areas they want to work on. And that's showing maturity as a prospect that, hey, this is what I need to work on, and I want to work on it because I want to be the best. Your competitive drive. So that's amazing. Again, I can appreciate that.
Thank you.
And you know, I'm so glad that you're entering these showcase type events, because I think the one thing that this will, you know, George, you and I have talked about it a little bit, you know, before, is there's some really, really high level talent coming to this event. So Jaidyn and Bella are going to be able to work with and against and compete with some of the top talent in Arizona. So, you know, there will be college coaches there. There will be a lot of video taken. So this is something that'll be really beneficial for her as she looks to like measure her game up against some of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's awesome. So, Jaidyn, again, thank you for joining us. But hang on, I'm going to put you backstage because we have another special guest, and I'm going to play a little bit of a teaser for the audience to see if they can guess. So, hang on, real quick. We'll bring you back here in a little bit.
Yes.
All right. So, without further ado, here is I know Coach Lombardi kind of spilled who it is, but again,
I
here we
forgot
go.
about that, George.
No, it's all good. Well, here we go. Man, wow. Just again, man, I was just like, sheesh.
Yeah.
I should have brought my umbrella because I mean, Bella Webb was like making it rain. She was pulling up from the parking lot. She didn't care. That's what I love about both of these kids. They just play reckless. They don't care. Without further ado, hello, Bella Webb.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm good. So,
Hey, George, real quick. So I was at her Rita game, and I was filming, some stuff that she was doing, and I took my eye off the camera for like 5 seconds, and I wasn't filming, and she hit a buzzer beater. I think it was right before the half or right before the first quarter. It was literally from the 3-point line on the other side of the floor, and she put it up like it was nothing, like it was just a normal shot of hers that she does all the time in the gym, and banged it home. So, and I missed it. I didn't get it, but I think it was on that highlight.
yeah, it's just like two of them open it up. I'm like, it's all good. I'm open. I'm gonna pull it. Who cares? Boom, splash, number net. That's right. Do it again. And then the body language is like, yeah, come on, give me the ball. Give me the
Yeah.
ball. I want it again.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna
I do this. This is what I do. Yeah.
I love it. So,
Thank you.
Bella, I first saw you play in person. No, not no ghostwriting. I'm not over there just kind of watching highlights or monitoring max preps and creating a graphic. No, I seen you play. Didn't even know anything about you. You were at the Arizona Preps Southern Fall Showcase last year. I think it was at Mountain View Marana High School, and like, yeah, like when I watched her, I was like, man, she's a player. Like she confident, fundamentally sound, good vision, IQ. Like she's a player. And I remember I was talking to Coach Shand at Glendale, and he was like, I'm gonna offer her. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get down there to watch her again, but nobody's offered her. I'll be the first one. I'm in. I'm like, oh, you might as well because she's gonna be a hot commodity. You got to get in early, buy stock early. If not, get left behind. So my question to you, Bella, is I mean, again, like I asked Jaidyn earlier, like what goes through your mind when you lace up your sneakers right before a game? Like, because like I'm talking to you now, you're smiling, whatever, but like I've seen you in game mode and you're like, yeah, like you're a beast.
Intense.
I can't really approach her. Like
Yep.
she might beat me up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a good balance in my life. I know when I can lock in and get ready and get the game face on, but at the end of the day, I play basketball because it's fun for me, and I think that's kind of what helps me kind of pregame when I'm nervous. That's one of my biggest um words of advice I'd say is just have fun. And when I'm nervous before a game or when I'm getting ready for a game, of course I listen to my music and I pray, and I just remember what I'm doing it for, and I'm doing it because I love the sport and because I want to have fun, and ultimately I want to win. And I always tell my girls, when we're down or if we're feeling down, are we having fun? Because if we're not having fun, there's no reason to be there. So that's one of the biggest things that kind of drives me, is like it's fun. We're kids, we're having fun, we're playing basketball, we get to do what we love every single day. So that's how I kind of lock in and get ready for my games.
It makes sense. I mean, you're very talented, and I mean, for you to show me that support to come to the Fab 100, super excited to have you. Let's talk about your recruiting. And you just got back from a visit, and you were offered by what school? I'll let you spill the beans to all the viewers.
Yeah, I got offered by South Dakota School of Mines. I went on a visit. It's in Rapid City, South Dakota, and so it was a really great visit. Coach Jerry and Coach Brian are awesome people, and I just got really blessed with the relationship that I have with them already, and being able to go down there was just one of my favorites. It was one of my very first real recruiting trips, and staying in a hotel and hanging out with the team and being able to work out with the team. It was just a really great experience, and yeah, definitely one that I'll remember for sure.
Well, congratulations for those who do not know. South Dakota School of Mines is a Division II school, so that's the first of many offers that are going to be starting to pour in. I guarantee more and more schools are going to be, that first offer which you got from Glendale that's the first domino. The rest is going to fall, as you go through the viewing period. So, club, who are you playing with for your club? So college coaches can follow you.
Yeah, right now I'm at Tucson Roadrunners, and I'm
Okay.
having a really great time with all the girls there. And we haven't traveled yet, but we've been up to Phoenix a few times, and then we'll be in California in the next following week. So I'm really excited. I like the coaching, and I'm really having a good time and getting to grow with the girls, and just kind of become a team and figure stuff out together. So.
That's awesome. Coach Lombardi, do you have any questions for
Yes,
Bella
I
Webb before I
do.
bring Jaden back on?
And yes, congrats, Bella, on your looks like you got two offers now. I'm sure two amongst many coming your way. So my question is, I went and watched you play. I watched you play a couple times this year. What really stands out to me, and I've talked to George about this, and I've actually talked to a couple college coaches about this, is your leadership style on the floor. And it just kind of came through when you started talking a little bit ago about, your team and asking them, are we having fun and things like that. George, when she says that, she's not kidding. What I noticed about her was she is the true consummate leader on her team, and one, she's very positive with all of her teammates. She's never negative with them. She's always making sure that everybody's on the same page and what play they're running, and always communicating to her teammates, which for a coach is just like a dream. I mean, we ask kids to do that, but I don't know, for whatever reasons, a lot of kids don't have that, mentality. And the energy that she brings, she's always, like buzz. It jumps off the page when you're watching that highlight film, the energy that she's showing. And the other thing that I wanted to point out is, like, she'll ask the coach, or the coach will say something to her on the floor, and she'll look at the coach and she'll say, "Yes, sir." And I mean, it's true, it's genuine about her. So my question to you, Bella, is where did you get that from? Where did that leadership style come from?
Yeah, since I was young, I kind of always just had it, and my parents both are educators, and so they kind of my dad's a principal, and then my mom's a counselor, so that's kind of where the leadership kind of sparked. My mom's a really good leader, and then my dad's also a really good leader of his school, and I think having that in my just having that right behind me and being able to have that in my toolbox and having my parents' support is definitely super helpful and what pushes me forward. But ultimately, when I was younger, my aunt and uncle owned a church. And when I was younger, instead of going to like a daycare, I would just sit in with them, and they were marriage counselors. And I think listening to that kind of made me develop kind of quickly and kind of mature a little quicker. And I think with that, I grew communication skills, and that's one of my highest points in leadership is just I'm a good communicator, and I think that's what makes me a great leader. So I attribute it to the environment that I was in and the environment I grew in, and then obviously my coaches too. My coaches allow me to lead. My coaches give me kind of the freeness to go talk to my players. And I know there's a lot of coaches out there that aren't necessarily have trust in their athletes the way my coaches trust me and the way my coaches allow me to do that. And same for my teammates too. I could have teammates that blow me off, and all of my teammates are respectful to me, and all of them listen to me, and it's never an argument or a battle. It's always okay, Bella, because they know that I give them respect and they give me respect back. So
Yeah, you can tell that really jumps out, right away, that your teammates have a lot of respect for you. So what are you looking forward to in the Fab 100? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to for that event?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Definitely for the college coach workouts. I think that's going to be a lot of fun just because I went to a camp a few months ago, right before the season, and I just enjoyed working out with the college coaches. And it's a new look. And some of those drills I even took back to my team, and I was like, hey, let's do these. And also playing against some of the best of the best. I think it's awesome the way girls basketball is starting to get promoted. And I always love playing against girls that have the same goal as me, that want to be great, that want to show their skill, showcase their skills. So I'm really excited just for everything, honestly. There's not really anything I'm not excited for.
Oh, that's awesome. And, Jaidyn, I want to ask you the same question. So what do you look forward to here at the Fab 100 here in about a couple weeks?
I really look forward to seeing all the talent and playing against a lot of the best in this Arizona. And I just like the competitiveness, and I want to see everyone do well.
Oh,
And
that's awesome. So here's the deal. I'm going to be sending the email out here shortly, probably tomorrow, but I'll give you guys a schedule. So, it's a long day, but from 8:30 to 9 a.m., the student athletes, we're going to do check-in. You'll get assigned your jerseys. You'll see what teams you're going to be on because I divided everybody kind of in teams. And then the first part of the session is you're going to go through skills and drills with the Chandler Gilbert Community College coaching staff. And during that time, we're going to have a parents workshop with the guest speaker, which is Chris Rivers, who he's been pretty big in the basketball world. Everything from being a high school coach and a club coach all the way up to representing players and running a sports management firm, and that's kind of what he's doing now. And what he's going to do is educate the parents about kind of what to expect during the recruiting process and how those NILs work. And then afterward, he's going to come in and at the ending of your skills and drills, he's going to talk to all of you and touch up on some of the key points that he has planned. After that, we're going to have lunch. I got lunch donated by Grimaldi's Pizza, so we're gonna have lunch on us, and then we're gonna begin our game. So each, you both will play in a minimum of 2 games. They're kind of quick games because there's only like 6 or 7 players on each team. Like we want everybody like getting a lot of minutes, and then you'll be coached by some of the college coaches who will be in attendance. And then after that, Coach Lombardi and I, we're going to be watching and evaluating, and then we're going to pick for the cream of the crop game, which will go to probably the top 16 kids. So it'll be the cream of the crop game, which is the end of the night. If players didn't get selected, they can check out. We're giving away T-shirts as well. And then, Coach Lombardi, his company is sponsoring the MVP award, and he's even giving away a Nike gift card to the top performer. So just some nice incentives. So we're trying to do all of that. Eventually, this event will grow into a 2-day event. But the first year we're doing it, super excited. And the main thing is the exposure that we're going to be given. So do you have anything else, Coach, that you want to add? And
No, George, I'm just really looking forward to having these 2 girls at the showcase event. Looking forward to watching them all play, and I know it's going to be an exciting event for everybody. So I can't wait till it gets here. Looking forward to it.
well, ladies, thank you guys for joining us.
thank you.
And
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks, and safe travels and stay healthy. And again, thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Thank
All
you,
right,
guys. See you
have a
soon.
good night. And here's the end credits. Peace out.